So start with your big toes together, your knees about the width of the mat, and then extend your whole body long ways. And you want to have your arms outreached enough that your elbows aren't touching the floor, and try and relax your head down, forehead touching the mat if you can. So we have two pulling actions here. We have the fingertips pulling forwards and the hips pulling back towards your heels. So it's quite an active stretch, feeling that elongation from both sides of the waist through the armpits and into the side of the arms. And then from here, you want to try and relax your chest down towards the floor. Allow your belly to be very soft. What's nice sometimes is rolling the forehead a little side to side to give yourself a massage across the temples. And then find a nice spot on the forehead where you can relax. Take 3 rounds of breath here, in through the nose. And a soft sigh out through the mouth. Deeper breath in. And then soften in the front of the hips as you exhale. Full breath in. Slightly slower exhale. This time as you inhale, look towards your fingertips and then take them over towards the left diagonal. Place your right hand on top and relax your body down. Try and pull your right hip back down towards your heel and relax your right shoulder down towards the floor. And you'll feel a beautiful stretch down the right side of the body. Breathe into that space, try and exaggerate the curve. Take 2 full rounds of breath here. And it's always on the emptying of the breath that you add a little bit more weight, a bit more softening into the structure. Next inhale, look towards your fingertips. Walk your hands across through center and then over to the other side. Your left hand will be on top and relax your left shoulder down. 3 rounds of breath here. Next inhale, look towards your fingertips. Recenter your hands. Take them a little bit wider this time, and like a little caterpillar, creep your fingers further forwards. Bring your hands towards center and then come up into a tabletop position. Now when I say hands underneath your shoulders and knees underneath your hips, it's always good to know what size that actually is. So take your hands and knees shouldn't be parallel to each other. Your shoulders are wider than your hips, so make sure you have that space for your hands. Traditional cat-cow, as you inhale, reach your chest and tailbone up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, curl your tailbone underneath, chin towards your chest. Inhale to open. And then full exhale, push into the mat so you have something to curl away from. Inhale. Full exhale, empty out the lungs, squeeze your stomach in. Twice more. Use the full length of the breath to find the opening motion. And then just as you exhale, so there's always just that little bit of juice at the end of the position. Last exhale here. Inhale, find your neutral spine. Tuck the toes and downward facing dog. I always start with soft knees to begin with. to set up the spine. We want a long, flat spine, so we're creating an A-frame in the body. Reach your tailbone towards the ceiling. And then from this place, start to reach your heels down. Now, if when your heels reach down, you get a curve, then rebend the knees and find that flatness in the spine. Relax your head between your arms. Start to pedal one heel down towards the floor and then the other to start that opening the backs of the legs. Beautiful. From here, lift up onto your tippy toes as you inhale. And as you exhale, look towards your hands. From here, stay high and just launch yourself forward into a high plank pose. From here, tuck your chin towards your chest and then ripple back into your downward facing dog. Do it twice more like that. Inhale onto your tippy toes. Exhale, bend your knees, spring load the legs. Inhale into your high plank. And then exhale all the way back into your downward facing dog. Last time, inhale, rise. Exhale, spring load the legs, hips go back. Inhale, forward, shoulders right on top of the wrists. And then all the way back to your downward facing dog. Really nice. Inhale and rise. Exhale, bend the knees. Coming into your high plank. Stay where you are and then just drop the knees down. Now here we're going to break down the chaturanga just a little bit. Spread your thumbs and your pinky finger apart as wide as you can and then let the rest of the fingers lay in between. Here you want to have your pelvis on a diagonal between your head and your knees. And it's easy to see in the screen here. Rather than tucked up like a tabletop, drop it down, tailbone tucks underneath. Now here we're going to drop just to 90 degrees with the elbows, so take a full breath in to prepare. On the empty, bring your elbows beside your ribs. Take a full breath in here. We're going to push back to our low plank. Inhale. Exhale just to 90, elbows are right next to your ribs. And then we're going to lower to the floor here. Beautiful. Baby cobra, push your toenails into the floor to ground the legs as you lift. And then slowly lower down. Start to take the weight out of the hands. Inhale to lift. And then exhale to slowly lower down. Last time, baby cobra. Roll your shoulders back. Exhale, plant the hands. Push through your tabletop. Child's pose with the knees wide. Take a moment here just to relax the hips. You can roll across the forehead if you like. Extend the arms so the elbows are lifted. It's quite an active pose when it wants to be. Take a full breath in. Empty out. Ripple forward into your tabletop position. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts behind you, three-legged dog. Now you want to have the toes pointing directly down towards the floor, your knee pointing down, which also means that the right hip is rolling down as well. Now from this place you can lift the leg, but only if it doesn't externally rotate and lift the hip. Try and keep that parallel. Stay for one more breath in. Knee to nose, take the weight into the hands, and then come back to your three-legged dog, refine that parallel. Full breath in. Knee to nose, take the weight forward, and then from here just drop the foot in between your hands. Nice, drop your back knee. I like to untuck the toes here, it gives me a little bit more depth. Inhale into your halfway lift, reach your chest forwards, and then exhale into a half splits. Now we're just doing this as a warm-up, so moving through. Inhale into your lunge. Exhale, half splits. Last time here. Inhale, walking up, reach the chest forwards. Exhale, let's drop the head here. Coming back into your lunge. Extend your back knee off the floor. Now here we're in a really strong pose. The legs are taking all the weight, so you could lift the hands if you want to. Plant your left hand down, right arm opens towards the ceiling. This is an easy twist, but we want to exaggerate the opening of the chest, so almost like a back bend. Lean into that left hand and open your right chest towards the ceiling. Take a full breath in here. Exhale, plant your hand back down. Inhale, find strength in your hands. Turtle the back like an angry cat. And then without scraping the floor, send that right foot back into your plank. Inhale here. Exhale and drop the knees. Last breath in. Let's take the whole exhale to find that 90 degrees. Hold for your breath in, roll your shoulders back. And then come towards the floor. Baby cobra, push your toes into the mat. Exhale and relax. Inhale through your tabletop. Wide knee child's pose. Just one full round of breath in here. Stay for your empty out, relax your hips down. Inhale into your tabletop. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts. Reach the left heel away from you to get that extension down the back of the knee. Now as your left leg lifts, try and relax your right heel down towards the mat. Full breath in here. Knee to nose, try and make them touch underneath you as you take your hips forwards. Send yourself back into the three-legged dog. Knee to nose. This time keep your weight forwards and drop the foot down between your hands. Relax that right knee. Inhale, lift the chest. And then exhale, half splits. One breath per movement. Inhale, lunge forwards. Exhale, send the hips back. For more stretch, flex the toes towards the face. Last time here. Full empty out, relax your chest forwards. Move forward into your lunge, engage your back leg. Feel that strength in your legs. Plant your right hand, extend your left arm towards the ceiling. Now what isn't another easy tendency is to roll that right hip down. You want to keep the hips parallel to the floor. So the twist is truly happening in the spine rather than in the pelvis. So you can use your hand on your sacrum to make sure your pelvis is even before you extend it up towards the ceiling. Take one full round of breath in twist. Hand back down as you exhale. Use your inhale to prepare. Push into your hands, feel that strength in your back. And then send your foot back quietly. Full breath in here. Stay where you are, just lower the knees. Last breath in. Lower to your 90 degrees. Keep your shoulders above your elbows. Then you can lower all the way to the floor. One baby cobra. Exhale and lower down. When you're moving into your tabletop, push into your hands and find that 90-degree push-up and then come down. So it will stop you from rippling through the spine to get up, and it will help you use the strength of your back. So you take your hands just off the floor, and as you exhale, you push into your hands and leave the mat as one piece. And then you push through the arms, and you can send yourself into your child's pose. Just take 2 rounds of breath here. Relax the forehead down.